Good evening. Good evening, YouTube. To all my sugar woogers and my beautiful butterflies, I hope you have had a beautiful Sunday evening. The weather was simply gorgeous here in Houston today. I made the decision to stay in after having been exposed to the C word this past week and not go around people just in case. So far, so good. I have been here by myself, just chilling all weekend long. And I decided to come out today and talk to y'all. Normally on the weekends, I don't, but I got time today. Nothing but time. So, what I want to do today is come and try to see if we can make some sense of these YouTube streets. I've been out here for a long time, and I had plenty of time to sit back and analyze the situation. Having been an analyst for a major oil company for over 20 years, I think I'm pretty qualified because I didn't only analyze chemicals, I analyze people. In order to work and get my job done, I had to become familiar, get acquainted with the people who I worked with in order to do my job to satisfy the customers. While I was there those 20 years, I was not only an analyst, but a purchaser, and I also worked in safety and coordinated the 100-year anniversary celebration for Amoco Chemical Company in Chicago, Illinois, at the Navy Pier. There were over 1,000 people from across the world, not this country, I said the world, who attended the 100-year celebration, which I was responsible for all of the details that went down at that celebration. It says a lot. I told you where I worked and who I worked with. But out of 900 people who were working in that plant, I was selected. Okay? So that gives you a little background. So let's begin. First, let me welcome all of you into the chat this afternoon. Thank you for coming over to my house. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Remember, we're on a virtual cruise ship. So this is your entertainment at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time on our ship. Let's begin. So if we all stop to analyze the situation out here on the streets, we all know where it started and how it began. So let's begin. It started with Rosalind Knight at her house when she made her channel cooking spaghetti in the kitchen at her house in Cali. She has told us many, many, many stories since she's been out here on these YouTube streets. And she said many stories, which ended up being lies. They're no longer stories. They're lies about content creators, their family, and their children. The first thing that rallied in my mind when she came out, she came from Latrice's channel. She was blocked over there, obviously for running her mouth like she does always out here on these streets and saying something that obviously Latrice did not like. So she decided to create her own channel. And when she came on cooking, that lasted for only a little while. And when that wasn't working and the subscribers weren't coming, she took it to the street, straight ghetto style, and decided that her commentary would be about Latrice. So we heard a lot of opinions, her opinions. We saw her go after her, basically tear her family apart. She had 4 children when I started watching her. No, she had 1. As the time went on, she had 4 children, but they were all together. I watched her taking care of her kids. I watched her working in a warehouse. I can even go further than that. When she first came to Atlanta, panhandling to try to feed her family and to get rid of the problems that she left behind in Florida. Kudos to you, Treese. You did it. You became the first millionaire in this sector. And despite what Rosalind's lawyer daughter thinks of you, she feels that this is her mother's sector. Now, I don't know how she does her math, but I would think the person with the biggest followers and made the most money, that the sector would probably, and the first one to come into the sector, it would probably belong to her. But since your lawyer daughter has created you a sector, your sector is very small over there, Roz, as compared to the Latrice Allen sector, which the rest of us are in. Latrice has never done anything to me or anybody else out here, to my knowledge. She had some problems with some people, but they said what they had to say and they went on with their lives. And nobody's talking about it 2 years later. So why are you? You had problems with people, but you made a big deal when she had problems with people. You have a real big problem out here on these streets now, because almost every content creator out here is coming for you. And it's because of your mouth. You talk too much. You lie too much. You scam too much. You are just too, T-O-O, much, okay? You said you were born to a crackhead mother. That's atypical for most of us out here. There may be a few, but it's not typical. No father in the household. You went to live with your grandparents, which brings about a question in my mind. Most grandparents, including myself, adore their children and their grandchildren. And we don't kick them out for whatever reason they may have to come back. I would never. Okay? And I'm in a position where they wouldn't have to come back, because I'd find them a place where they didn't have to come back. It's not good for a lot of grown folks to be up in one house. Not black people, anyway. We can't get along in our own homes, much less trying to live together. It's a slave mentality. Master taught us how to do that. And over the generations, some of us are still crabs in a bucket. I don't want you to have, because I don't have. I don't want you to do, because I can't do. Sad, but true. So at the tender age of 16, I believe that's what you said, you conceived and became a mother. and your grandmother and your grandfather let you go out on the street, or did they kick you out? Either way, it ain't good. It's not good. Mm-mm. That tells me you were something else. When your grandparents don't try to keep you there and finish raising you, because you're just a child. You're not grown. You're not street legal yet. And help you take care of their grandchild. I look into things real in depth. And I question things. And I have been questioning them ever since I've been in the world. I always had whys. Always. Sometimes they got answered, sometimes they didn't. And in this case, none of the questions I've had about you have been answered because you never bothered to come over and answer my questions. But yet, you invited me to your channel to become a subscriber and a member of the Sister Circle on 3 different occasions. I had to stop and think, why would you talk about me and lie on me and then want me to be over there with you? Now, that's a childish way of thinking to me because grown folks don't operate on those principles. And I didn't. You were turned down 3 times. But later, it became clear to me that you wanted me over there because you knew of my support of these different channels out here on these YouTube streets. I supported all channels out here that weren't linked with you. Liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. Okay? Have you? You don't even do it with the people that you linked up with. And you're a content creator. I was just a subscriber and I was doing that. Okay? Anyway, as we move right along, now you are out here telling people that you owned a house. It would take me to tell the world that you lying again. You've already lied on me, but now you're lying about your personal possessions. It was public knowledge, as you always says. Anything that's out there that's open is public knowledge. Okay. So I went and looked it up. And I came back on Shonda Thoughts and told the world, you're lying. Ross does not own that house, and walked off the stage. Okay? You later came back because you knew I had the goods on you and you admitted it. Okay? You did that. And every time we confronted each other, you were sorry. You were raised better than that. Your grandparents raised you. But now we find out they really didn't have the opportunity because you were a teenage mom and you were gone. So where does it go from here? Where? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So that brings about another question. Why did you leave your grandmother and your grandfather at such a tender age with a child? You were carrying a child or you had the child? Which one? Either way, it ain't good news. Most grandmothers want their children and their grandchildren around them. I did not say stand up in the house with them like yours does. I said around them. I don't know of any content creator who has grown children living up in their house out here on these YouTube streets, but you. Okay? Your children were able to drop out of school And it was okay with you. You have some similarities to Treese, but I'm going to show you where y'all differ. You had 2 boys and 2 girls. She had 3 boys and 1 girl. Well, actually, she lost 1, which was a boy too. So she would have had 5. But y'all both had 4 living children. I see her on her channel, minding her business, doing what she does, steady getting followers, steady making money, and you're nowhere near her. But you have the unmitigating gall to go over there with this raggedy lifestyle that has been brought out with receipts on YouTube. Right, you guys? Wrong. Treese knows who her children's father is. Do you? Word on the street is that it's questionable. And it doesn't appear that there were ever any fathers who even wanted to marry you. The most beautiful person in the whole wide world, as you describe yourself on YouTube. I wonder why. Why would you lay down with 4 different men? I gave you 4, even though you say it's 3. Okay, let me back it up and give you the 3 you say it is, because I don't know. But why would you lay down with 3 men and have 4 children, and none of them wanted to marry you, or none of them were good enough for you to marry? Either way you look at it, it's bad news. So now the kids are grown. Your kids, Roz, and all but 1 are home with you, including John. The oldest daughter made the same mistake you did. Why didn't you, as her teenage mother, talk to her so she wouldn't make that mistake? You out here talking about everybody else, but you didn't bother to sit your daughter down and tell her about the birds and the bees and birth control pills. But you're a good mother. You're the greatest parent out here on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with being a teenage mother. You're not the first and you won't be the last. But it's wrong when you get out here on YouTube and pretend that your life was all spaghetti and gravy. And you know it wasn't. You came up in Parkchester Village. I did a little research on Parkchester Village. Very, very low income little village. Neighborhood, whatever you want to call it. But I want to know personally. See, I have all these questions you need to answer. How did you take care of you and your daughter at that age and live on your own? What kind of job did you get at that age that was enough money to take care of a household with you and your daughter? Did you go on assistance? Did you bring in men to take care of you? How? The people of YouTube want to know, and especially me. You talked about a lot of things, about a lot of other people. But the questions that I have rolling through my mind after you made up all that big long story about me and my family and me being the cheater on my husband with a man I would never have in my life in a relationship. It's funny. To those now that I have a channel and those who are coming into my channel and know me personally from my childhood all the way through 40, 50, and 60 years, they think you're crazy. That's what they're thinking. All right, let's keep it moving. So now the question is why, if you made that mistake, like I said, why weren't you sitting down talking to your daughter so she wouldn't make that mistake, Roz? You know what a struggle it was for you. And then you got the audacity to come on here. Audacity to come on here and try to talk about Sharita's daughter, who's older than you, and have a baby daddy that's helping her take care of their baby and is engaged, and neither one of y'all were. That's interesting. But your first two kids are 11 months apart, am I right? I'll even give them a year. So you got a brand new baby, no husband, and you back out there again. Follow this timeline, folks. Then another father, as we move along, and it's questionable about the fathers. I don't know, because I wasn't the bed or the sheets, nor do I care. But since you brought out all the negative things you could bring and all the lies you could bring about other ones of us who are content creators out here, the people want to know. We want to know. You always tell us, do better, do better. Well, now we're reversing the script. We're telling you you should have done better. Past tense. And you can do better now. Present tense. And hopefully at 50, an old woman now, AARP woman, would change her life and her wicked ways. Because you're wicked. You and your children have come out here and displayed action that no other content creator in this sector has displayed for any of us to look at. Nobody has brought out a military weapon. Not on that channel. Nobody else's children have roamed these streets like mad dogs that's sick in the head. But yours. You're the only one. So you get that title as an unfit poor mother. Yeah. Don't try to give it to Treese. Because we haven't seen that. We haven't seen her children come out with no guns. We haven't even seen her children talk back to her. Not even Courtney when he was mad. He didn't talk back. Not when he was under his mama's roof. Now he said what he want to. Now he grown. He out of there. Okay? And let me add this to it too. Again, stay out of their business. Because it ain't your business, Roz. In case nobody bothered to tell you, none of your minions bothered to tell you, Roz, it is none of your business. What goes on in somebody else's home is their home. Unless you are paying house note over there and some bills over there, ain't none of your business. Okay? So stay out of people's homes. Go back up in your house and try to get your household together. because it's very dysfunctional. So no man that you slept with, and I'm talking about no man, because you slept with more than just the baby daddies. Word on the street says. But none of them wanted you. So maybe that's your problem. Just maybe that jealousy that you have. You see, I've been reading them comments over there, and it's always, they jealous, Ross. Why would we be, anybody be jealous of you? You don't have anything to be jealous of. Do you own a home? Mm-mm. You live in a rented home. That's the late 70s, early 80s. It's around there somewhere. You can look at your kitchen, your countertops, and your cabinets and tell it's a late 70s, early 80s home. Nothing fabulous about it whatsoever. It's a nice rental property. But then I understand you don't even have hot water. How can you pay that much money? Now, I'm testing your reasoning abilities and your logic now. And the word on the street is that you don't even have hot water? Girl, you can't clean no house, your body, and nothing else without no hot water. It's not sterile. So you mean to tell me that mop bucket that you had in that sink had cold water in it, that you was going to mop with cold water and think you were going to pick up the germs? Huh? Yeah, you know that bucket that was in that sink, the same day you lied and said you didn't smoke and we caught you with the cigarette and you tried to hide it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, more lies. Anyway, let's look at these men in your life. From what has been brought to YouTube, I don't think any of us would want the type of men that you had in your life. Drug addicts, druggies. I'm not going to call them an addict. I'm going to call them druggies. Murderer. Day Day's father is in prison for murdering a white priest. But we scum. None of my husbands have been to prison. But how do you equate that to other people out here with the type of people you around and the type of men you've had in your life? But you can sit up and talk about everybody else. Your children are a product of you and whatever baby daddy you made it with and the environment that they grew up in. We're seeing it run all up and down these YouTube streets. So you're telling me that you're a good parent with the display of actions we've seen your children do out here on these streets, including Jew Banger. Yeah, he came out a couple of times, with his thug busy, as you call it. See, we had never heard of that word. I'ma say maybe some other content creators had, but I had never heard of a thug busy in my life. Never. From even people who lived in the hood. I ain't never heard that word. Maybe that's hood for Cali, because I've never lived in Cali. So Nono's father was obviously your best friend, and you claimed him as your man. You probably took that video down when you screw up your page of your lies and your BS. That probably came down, but you said it. You said it on your channel that you have had him as a friend in your life for 30 years to find out that this man has a whole nother family and ain't been around you in years. He also said you didn't have a job. But you never denied it, did you? You see, you just skip over the things you really need to clean up. Why you didn't get him straight and tell him he was lying on you? Huh? Good question, isn't it? Who is Jubanger's daddy? Where is he? What role did he play in your life? Clay? Is that the one? Okay. So now that brings us to YouTube. The channel you created and the storyline begins. In the kitchen cooking. Spaghetti. After Treese blocked you. So see, you once liked her because you wouldn't have never been over there on her channel. But then you got mad, you got jealous, you got upset. So you created you a channel so you could come back and attack her. What did she do to you besides block you? That's a sore loser. Because you can't be a part of her channel. You're going to talk about it now. Don't seem to me like it's hurt at all. Seem like she's steady moving on with her life. Like it or not. But I don't see nothing you've done in the past 2 years that you've been sitting up talking about her. Take that back. I do see something you've done. You had a rifle. The first thing you did before the rifle, you created you a motivational channel. Keyword, motivational. And you, my dearest, took people's money. It's my understanding it was $30 a month to be a part of a group of women, Black women, that go behind a wall and talk about other Black women. Tear them down to make themselves feel and look better. You were right. Like-minded people. You are. Because anybody who could follow you with the lies and the scams and the stuff you've done, they have serious issues also as well. Because how could you open your mouth to try to invite me into that sister circle and me sitting on the outside looking in and have promoted integration all of my life, and I'm going to go in there and behind the scenes and talk about another Black woman? You got it all screwed up in your head, sister. You really didn't know me. You really didn't. You didn't know Sharita. You didn't know none of us out here. You came out here as the poster child for cyberbullying. Ross, nothing lasts forever. Before the last content creators came out after Shonda Thoughts Diva and Lucinda, we all just came out and proved you a lie and went on about our business. But we got some new personalities out here now. And they just really not buying your bullshit. I'm just going to put it to you like it is. And it doesn't matter who you have recruited over there. They can't help you now. You ran your mouth too much. You told too many lies and the receipts are coming out. Skeletons are not falling out the closet. They running out the closet. And some more will run out next week. Trust me on that. Okay? Yeah, we'll give you a little time. Let Sharita enjoy her vacation up in Branson with her boys that you claim don't even like her. How do you know? Do you live with her? You don't even know where she lives. You put that lady in a barn. You said she didn't have no land. Well, how can you talk? Whatever she got more than you got. Think about it. Okay? All her boys got cars. Her boys even have a place on the acreage where they can live. You talked about that. When you should have been over there cleaning up your nasty ass house. Yeah, we saw them nasty blinds. Thanks to Ocean. We saw that dirty window seal. Thanks to Ocean. We also saw drawers not closed with clothes hanging out. We saw a mattress. No mattress cover. No sheets with an unmade bed. We also heard you say you didn't even buy your own bedroom suit. Your daughter bought it. When you were complimented on your bedroom suit, oh, my daughter brought this. What have you bought? The girl had come out here and said, you know, you've been leaning on her all her life, and you're still leaning on her. Could that be the reason why she left? To get away from you? But it seems like there's another problem in her life now because she's spending a whole lot of time on YouTube to be a lawyer, handling cases, making money. Interesting. We'll see. It'll come out sooner or later. See, what's done in the dark will always come to the light, and the truth will always prevail. Remember, I told you that. Take it from this old elderly woman out here on the street, Roz, who's been around, okay? She hadn't been just sitting up in the house talking about people and living in the same area all her life. She's been around the world, okay? Met people in a lot of places. I didn't say in the United States. I said around the world. Because Canada is not in the United States. Mexico is not. The Caribbean is not. Europe is not. So I think that means the world. Okay. So now we hear my page is popping. My page is popping. It was. It was popping with a bunch of bullshit. That's what it was popping with. Lies, scams, and bullshit. But it ain't popping like it used to pop. Because you're not getting the donations you used to get. You run them off. Opening your mouth. Lying. And the rifle. That did it for a lot of them. The ones over there now following you, they weak just like you. They need each other. You need them. They need each other. Y'all all need each other. Because there's something missing in your lives. You're not happy people. Because if you were, you'd be out showing us some things, doing some things, taking us places. I don't need to go to Family Dollar when I go off to somewhere and bring it on YouTube. We all can go to Family Dollar in our own hometown. We all can go to a Dollar Tree in our own hometown. So you've taken us to two places, the only two places you've ever been, Nevada and Hawaii. And you want us to show you that we can't go to Hawaii, all the places we've already been? I think it costs more to go to some other countries outside the United States, even though you thought Hawaii was in another country. You've shown us your intellect. You've shown us your IQ because you didn't even have sense enough to know when you lied on me and said that we gonna put cocoa. She probably gonna put cocoa in the basement. That Southern homes don't have basements. We below sea level. The basements would flood. Okay? I want you, when you start coming out here talking, to not show us how dumb you really are and what your IQ really is. You don't need a passport to go anywhere in the United States. Why didn't you Google that or look that up before you came out here and made a fool of yourself? You do it every day. You say something every day that let us know you probably have about an 8th grade education. 8th graders know that. 6th. I'm going to give you 6th grade. Because by 8th grade, you know your geography, okay? Now, you came out doing lessons on trees. That's what you were supposed to be doing. You, of all people, are going to teach her how to be a good parent. When we're seeing your parenting skills out here on these streets, we hear your daughter cussing in front of you. Most of us were raised better than that. We see her making fun of elderly people. Most of us were raised better than that. We hear her talking about other folks' children. Most of us were raised better than that. And you over there as a moderator on her channel, misspelling words. Yeah, I saw you the other night. You misspelled, what's the guy you going to see in Vegas? Cat Williams. You spelled it L-A-T. No, L-I-T. That's what you spelled it. Lit Williams. Mm-hmm. Ross, be careful. Because you now have put yourself in unsafe territory. Not from me. I could care less. But I've seen some people out here who gunning for you because of what you did to their mother or their family members. You know you are not in a position to fight. Even though you were the biggest gangster out here on YouTube, you're in no position to fight. We all saw the boxes in your room in Hawaii. Well, let me tell you, Ross, Ms.V is very familiar with those boxes. Not only did those boxes come to my brother's house and was stacked in a spare bedroom, because they only came out once a month. So you had to have enough solution to fill once you drain to last you for 30 days and some extras just in case maybe you burst one of the bags. Maybe you were going on vacation. Didn't know how many you were going to need. Just like you had 6 or 7 boxes there on that page that's for them few days. You had an extra. You also had your drain bags. You had your clamps. And I hope you had all your sterile products to clean yourself as well as those lines and that machine that you take is a portable machine that looks like a regular suitcase. And the machine is in it. I know because I had to go pick it up when we took my brother on his last trip to Dallas. Yeah. Tell the truth sometimes. God hates a liar. He really does. Open up that Bible and read it for yourself. And then I want you to go back in the back and look up fool. And go and see what he says about a fool. One of the things he says is a fool and his money will soon part. I think that would be you. We start to hear a lot of opinions from one woman expert on the family dynamics of what a family should be in her eyes. But we all don't want to live like you. And I don't think it's no 2 family households are the same. Because there ain't no 2 people that are the same. I don't care if they're identical twins. Something about them is different. Okay? We have our own DNA. Ross, I know you didn't get that far. You probably don't even know what the DNA is. Go ask your daughter. Now we're doing lessons with a street mentality and a low-life hood mentality lifestyle. So you want Treese to live like you live, from payday to payday, in a rented home, in a used Camry. Last I checked, she's getting ready to get rid of the Camry and sell it. Rifle it off like she did the other one. Mm-hmm. So you got an old raggedy truck that sit there on your garage, in your driveway. Why don't you do that with that one? Or does it run? Or does it just sit there? That's what I saw when I passed by. It was an old black SUV, one of them old ones from back in the early 90s. Uh-huh. So all observations of the other YouTube families are on display because of you. But you lied on most of them to make $1. And we really sick of you riding off this woman's back who's trying to feed her children and take care of her children, her minor children. She has one adult child, okay, that takes care of himself. But her minor children, whether they're there or not there, you wouldn't be a part of a home wreck situation, would you, Roz? Would you be behind CPS being called on that lady and separating her children, who should all be growing up together in a house? I would never do that. Never separate a family, because it's coming back. It's coming back, sweetie. So don't be amazed and surprised when your kids get tired of you, because they will. If they've been taking care of you most of their life, one financially and the other waiting on you, I would just not be amazed if it happens sooner than later. So 2 years later, this lady's family is split still today. She has her daughter back. And I don't see nothing wrong with her homeschooling her. The little girl is very sharp. She taking Spanish. Can you speak it, Roz? Huh? She's probably smarter than you, because you're not smarter than a fifth grader. You've already shown us your intellect, your IQ. So let's keep it moving here. So now this family of 4 has split thanks to you, but nothing has changed. Everybody's still eating, everybody still look happy. But I don't see that in your family of grown children. They're forever out here mad, wanting to fight, never happy. The only happiness they get is tearing down another individual, another Black person. That's how they find their happiness and their peace and their joy. It's a sad situation. So let's kind of look at your timeline. One daughter becomes a lawyer. Your prized possession, your claim to fame, your claim, you're living vicariously through her, because you never could and never would. You're not smart enough. You cannot spell. You cannot read. And I question your math abilities. A son who has just become a Sanford and Son entrepreneur, may he rest in peace. Was that his first job? His only job? And the question is, how did he become a hero? When people died on the scene because of him, how does that make him a hero? Your 2 boys are the reason why those people are not alive today. Your baby boy, Jubanger, was at those people's house drunk and cutting up. So he calls his older brother, who doesn't even live anywhere around there. My question is, why did he come down there with a gun? See, he wasn't looking for a peaceful situation when he put the gun in there. Why would he have a gun in there if he's just going to pick up his brother? He expected trouble. And it was. Why would he take, you said his children were in the car. Why was his children in the car if he expected trouble by taking a gun with him to the scene? And the baby mama. See, none of this is making sense to nobody else but you. It sounds good. Oh, his children was in the car, but he wasn't protecting them. Why didn't he just get out the car and just go over there and get his brother and put him in the car and move on? Where did the gun come in play? Why did he take the gun out? Why did he take it, period? It's not customary for most of us to just, everywhere we go, we got to take a gun. We don't live like that. I don't even own one. 69, never owned one. Don't intend to own one. I mind my business, unlike you. I get along with people, unlike you. I have not seen a girlfriend at your house yet. I have not seen you go and chat with anybody on the street or nothing else. And I've only been out here 2 months. And they've met more people on my channel outside of my home and my life than you've shown us, going on 3 years now. Why? Why don't your kids, your grown kids, have friends? I don't see Day run around with nobody but you and her sister. I don't see No with no friends. Could it be because of you and your parenting? I don't know. I'm just asking. So let's keep it moving. We're cruising on this virtual cruise ship. Let's get on down the water here. I remember when Legend told you to get Dodo off your channel, reading those comments and making statements about them. Yeah, she used to read all your comments. And she did all your blocking. Because the night you came for me, she blocked 25 people in a row who was trying to tell her, no, that's not right, you saying about that lady. There were people on your channel that were raw squatters. When she blocked them, they left you that night. Too bad they're all with Sharita. And the ones who leaving you are going to Sharita. Why would they go leave you and go to Sharita? Huh? Make it make sense. Now, if they were true Raw Squad, they would have never left you. People support who they want to support until they see, I don't want to be affiliated with this woman. No. And they got smart. And they picked up the pieces and they walked. And they ain't looked back. And they ain't coming back. Then you went over there to your supposed little brother. And you took all his folks over there. Because he sent them over there with his dumb self. Fooling with you. And now this morning, I look at Miss Burnett Perkins, and she says he got another Facebook page. It ought to be a law. After the 5th Facebook page, you shouldn't be able to get no more. That within itself ought to tell you you're not social media ready. If you've had 5 pages over there on on Facebook in less than 2 years. Might ought to go try to get that computer out instead of jumping on YouTube and Facebook. Jump in some classes and try to educate yourself. You say you don't want to be a slave, then educate yourself with some English, Mr. and Miss, okay, Messy of the YouTube, Facebook streets. Yeah, new name alert, Messy, because that's what you are. Roz, you are very messy. So the attacks began. I was one of the first. After Latrice, you had been attacking Latrice until I came out here. As a guest, you attacked me. And you think you gonna invite me to your home and you done already attacked me on social media? Girl, I ain't hard up for friends, okay? Or people in my life. Maybe you are, but not me. And from what I see now, I would have been scared to death to even be in your house. Because I don't know what that peacock on that wall. I don't know what he doing up there. Why is he up there alone by himself? And that's from the 80s. Them peacocks. That's how far behind the times you are. You stuck. You stuck in time. And I don't want to be in no house with those type of weapons in the house. And then what happened on the scene that night? No, ma'am. That's not the kind of people I want to be around. Moving on down the timeline. The son is gone. The lawyer daughter is suspect as a lawyer. She may have passed the bar. She may have worked in 2 law firms. But the question is she working now? There's also the baby boy who was arrested but got out of jail within, I think you said, don't quote me on this, but I think you said within 24 hours. Now, how can you kill a person and get out of jail within 24 hours? I need to know. That's my question. Because my assumption is he must have blamed it on the one that's deceased. Was that his gun he picked up and then blamed it on the brother to get him off the hook because a dead man can't speak? Just ask him. That's it. So now we got Day starting college at 26 years old. Behind. Stuck. Is it because of you, Roz? Why? The people of YouTube want to know, why is she just entering college as a grown woman? Street legal. At 26 with our children who are leaving our homes, our little teenage kids that are going off to college, 18, 17, some of them. My daughter was 17 when she entered college. Her birthday was in December. She was 18 in December. Okay? I just don't get it. I don't get anything about you. Nothing about you makes sense to me. So now we have 3 out here instead of 1. As if it wasn't bad enough for you to be out here by yourself, now we got 2 more children out here, because they children to me. They have not shown me that they are grown women. Not at all. Grown women I don't care about your lawyer daughter having a title. It's just a title. And let me tell you something else too, Roz. A lot of times in life, I've seen where titles don't make the money that entrepreneurs do. Teresa's a good example. $1 million on social media, 800,000 on social media. Your lawyer daughter hasn't made that with a title. You see, that's a good example. So just because she's a lawyer don't mean she's making money, especially when she's working for a law firm. It's not her own practice. You still have not told me how many cases she's won. How many cases has she tried? And I said in California, which we already know was none because she left the firm and sued them because she wasn't getting cases. I wonder why. And how many has she? She's only been in Vegas a year, huh? How many cases has she tried in a year? Inexperienced lawyer. She should be mentoring up under a lawyer that's seasoned. Okay? And that's not my opinion. That's fact. Because she will never get there on her own. Because she's just like you. She know everything. And really don't know anything. What kind of lawyer is she that has this much time to be on YouTube? You say she's defense. What kind of defense? How can you be defending somebody when you're on YouTube? Those caseloads are heavy. Ask me, I know. So the only way we're going to be able to dissect your life and figure out what's wrong with you, we got to go all the way back to Parkchester Village as a child. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. Nobody's going to be surprised, though, but the Raw Squad and the Sister Circle, and then they won't believe it. They've drank the purple Kool-Aid. It's like David Koresh. Sooner or later, they'll lay it down along with you. Yeah. And the age bracket of women that you have over there with you, it concerns most of us. It's a great concern that some of them are older than you. A lot of them are older than you, not some. So they just as miserable as you are, that they will want to come out here. Black History Month, the whole month of February, you and your children were loose as a goose. We out here trying to talk about Black history and getting 200 or 300 views on it because people want to come over there and hear your lies and your drama. Yeah. You taking the Black race down the tube. You are a disgrace to the Black race. That's the second time I done told you that. You are a disgrace. I hate to think that I kicked the door open for you to come in so you could go to integrated schools and you out here killing the person. Yeah. Just destroying them with your craziness. Sad situation. Let me ask you this. Where they do that at? I know a lot of people from California. We have other content creators who live in California. I don't hear them coming out here on these streets talking crazy like you. I see Blessed Alexandra going to her job, making money and doing YouTube with her boys. Doing hot topics. She ain't coming out here bashing nobody. She live in Cali. And if you go into other sectors, there's a lot of people from Cali. It's you. It ain't got nothing to do with where you're from. It's you. Okay? So then you came out and you told us that Jew Banger makes $15 an hour as if that's a lot of money. In California, that's broke. That's why he at home with you. You took us to his apartment. We saw how he was living when you went over there to clean out the refrigerator and whatever else. I wouldn't have never put it on YouTube myself. If I went to my daughter's house and my daughter's house looked like that apartment looked, it wasn't a house, it was an apartment. You would never know because I'm not going in and taking you in there. And then I got to read for her because she wasn't raised like that. She couldn't do that in my house. Okay? And I would think that if I raised you like that from a baby until the time you left home, you know better. You don't want filth around you. Now we all up in your house. We see filth, poor hygiene. Got to be. If you ain't got no hot water, that means you can't bathe, you can't shower. Talk to me. Tell me if it's true. Show me the steam coming from the hot water, because otherwise I can't believe you. How do you sit there in a rented house and you're paying rent for him to take care of those things? I've owned rental property before. And if one of my tenants called me up and said anything was broken, it was my responsibility, because that was the way it was written up in the contract. So are you so dumb that you rent the house for, you say, $3,000 a month and you got to fix the stuff in the house in a rented property? Come on, Roz. Make us believe you. The lack of has driven you crazy out here on these YouTube streets. Not having what you portray and you pretend to have. You don't own anything. Nothing. Maybe that old furniture in there. And that's it. Which you didn't buy all of that yourself. Remember, the daughter bought the bedroom suit. You want to come out here and talk about Miss Carver's home, because it's no longer a trailer. If you add on to it and you brick it, it is now classified by the insurance company as a house. It's no longer a trailer. Get that through your head. See, we understand that. We understand it's not a trailer anymore. It started off that way, but you don't understand that. That's no different than having a home and adding on to a home. A home is a home. Sad, sad, sad. I sometimes wonder, knowing as much about dialysis as I know about it now, if the toxins from the dialysis have hit your brain. Because you're not speaking rational. You're not talking rational. Maybe you can use that as an excuse to turn your channel around. Now, you got on there hollering about, the tubes ain't there. The tubes is gone. Well, yeah. They can change it back and forth. My brother had peritoneal dialysis, which was the tube that was hanging that you had. Uh-huh. And then he had, you remember the one that was up in your chest? That's the one that they put in when he went into the hospital. And they came and got him and took him down to dialysis. Uh-huh. So Ms.V know a little something. She wasn't down there for 4 months just sitting down. She was taking care of him. You better be using your sterile equipment on that stuff too. And you better have your alcohols and your wipes and everything else to clean yourself as well, because you're going to get an infection. Yeah. And you know about them scabs. Uh-huh. You know about that. Yeah. Okay. We've seen so much display of unsanitary actions on your part. We saw here recently Dodo wiping her nose on her clothes. Little children do that. That don't know any better. We haven't taught them. Don't do that yet. That's a 1-year-old. A 2-year-old knows better than that. Your 3-year-old twin grandbaby should know better than to wipe their nose on their clothes, but then they're not potty trained, so they may not know. So let me leave that alone, okay? You still wearing that 1980 microwavable ponytail on your head. And then you went and had the audacity again to put them braids back in your head after they pulled all your edges out. Little lady, you too short to have them long braids. You look like a dwarf, okay? No, they not cute. I'm just going to tell you, it's not cute at all. You're not cute at all, inside or outside. Yeah, Ms.V said it. You're not cute at all. You're not pretty and you're not beautiful. Get them words out of your mouth. You're not even average. Because an average person by now would have taken some of that sister circle money and went fix their teeth. But that just shows how important it is to you, your own appearance. I would have went and had something done. I don't care where I had to take my child, where she could see and not be legally blind. And those glasses that you got her, Rosa's time out. Those glasses don't have to be that thick anymore. They don't. They can put the prescription in glasses now where the lens are not that thick. Take her to the doctor with some sister circle money and try to get her eyes fixed. Okay? And you go to the dentist or the orthodontist and you go get your mouth fixed. Because it's a poor sight for anybody's eyes to have to look at your mouth. And it stays open. Lying. Or do like Granny. Pull your lip over half of your teeth so we can't see them. Learn to talk with your lips almost closed. Okay? I'd appreciate it. So you've talked about other content creators' children. Recently, Miss Carver's daughter. No, Raj, you finna get slung. You finna get dragged. If you think Miss Carver gonna sit over there or anybody else out here and let you talk about their children and they not going to come to the defense of their children, I don't care how old they are. That's her child. You better back off. You're doing too much. And I told you over a year ago out there in Kima, Texas, on Chris's page, that your lawyer daughter would not be able to represent you. Yes, you see now. She can't represent nothing she's a part of. No way. Ain't no judge gonna let her come into no courtroom and she's a part of the situation. We're not dumb. We don't have to be lawyers. We don't have to be in the legal profession to know some things are just common sense. All right? Follow me, Roz. Don't get lost. You can't come on this ship with us. You ain't invited over there to the smoking train. And DJ sure don't want you on her plane. So sit over there or lay up in your bed relaxing, as you say, and listen to the old elderly woman who you call the sugar mama. Let's talk about that too. I see why now you call me a sugar mama. It was because of the men in your life. I ain't never had no kidnapper in my life, no robber in my life, no murderer in my life, or no druggie in my life in no relationship. Find him. You know so damn much. You can prove so much. So you never prove nothing you say. Out of all the lies you told on me, you just lied. But you never came with a receipt and you never said, I got a receipt, because you knew if you had made up one, I was going to slap you. The gavel was going to drop on you. Sad part about it is anybody who drop a gavel on you ain't finna get nothing but some debt. That's it. They can't get no land. They can't get no house. They can't get no car. They don't want the furniture. What else you got? You ain't even got a life insurance policy that they could sign over to that person. You pitiful. You are very proud to come out here and tell people you don't have life insurance because you ain't working. You had life insurance. If you was working, you'd have it. Yeah. I always kept medical and everything on my child until she was 25 years old. Sure did. Because she didn't really finish school until she was 24. By the time she got her 5-year degree and then her master's degree, she was 24 years old. 2 years shy of your 26-year-old that's just first semester freshman. Second semester. Now, I guess the semester changed in January. But why did you just let her homeschool, go to college online, and get somebody in there to help read that stuff for her, where she wouldn't be all up on the phone, straining her eyes? You don't give a damn about your children. Because if you did, you wouldn't have them out here on the front line. It's too many of us, Roz. You can't handle everybody out here. You can't handle what's out here now. And that one person is Sharita. Much less DJ, Miss Carver, Miss Loretta, Ocean, Burnett, Big Pressure. That'll be Renee Reacts and see. That's Big Pressure. You act like they ain't saying nothing over there. I wonder why. Why you ain't going over there messing with them? Because you know better. You know better. Why you ain't messing with DJ? See, you had a truce with DJ for a while. And you said or did something to break that truce. And DJ been coming for you ever since. And all you can say is she delusional. With all her delusions of grandeur, baby, they came out to be the truth. It took her a while to land her plane. But she landed that plane, baby. And then Rita came and backed her up. And it ain't no way you gonna be able to do nothing to Sharita because of all the things that you've already said about her. When you kicked off your channel, you started in on her, harassing, talking about where she live, and you don't know where she live. That's harassment. Talking about her children, and then you got that little blind mice over there attacking her, and the boys don't want Day. I've seen the girlfriend, all of Sharita's boys now, and her daughter, they got channels. Okay. One son has a boyfriend, girlfriend channel. That girlfriend, they couldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. 20-foot pole, for that matter. But you always got something to say about somebody else and their man, but you ain't even got a man. Neither one of the three of y'all don't have a man. That's why y'all always coming for folks with men. Why you was always worried about where my husband was. That was my husband. That wasn't for you to worry about. You said he had a whole nother family over there. You didn't even know where he was. You're sick. You're sad. Did you see me worrying? Did you see me getting up, going to work? For 2 years, I laid up here in this house when the sea was going on and watched you and everybody else out here on these streets that I wanted to watch. Yeah. Came on as a co-host, left, and went on about my business until I decided a channel would be good for me now. I'll meet a lot of people, perhaps meet friends out here, and it'll give me something to do. See, unlike you, Roz, I worked 40 years with a man or without a man. And neither one of them was your caliber of a man. They wouldn't have wanted you. They wouldn't have even wanted to be on the side of you. You don't look like me, do you? So why do you think they would want you? Just asking. Just giving you some food for thought. If they wanted me, then why would they want you? And why were you worried about them? You should have been trying to get you a man. Okay? And even though I'm not with any of them, I'm good. I said that from day one. I'm good. Okay? You don't see me out here begging. You don't see me out here trying to get a motivational group behind a wall to pay me $30 a month. I'm giving back my super chats and my super stickers. By the way, I'll tell y'all tomorrow. I know it's like 240 as of today that I saw in my studio for y'all. So I'm transparent with them. I let them know what they got. Every time a super chat comes in, and if they ask me, I can show them in my YouTube studio. You never did. Why? Because you lied. That's why. I could go on and on about you. I ain't nearly through. So maybe I'll make this a part 2. Because I've been on here an hour and a half now, and I haven't even said anything to my sugar woogers and my beautiful butterflies other than hello. So let me go back up to the top and just speak to everybody coming in and see what y'all got to say about this situation. Baby, y'all been really writing too, okay? Love my sugar woogers and my beautiful butterflies because they know how to conduct themselves because I'm following them on different channels. All of us on this side kind of share the same supporters, except for you. Jack's Dogs, I just saw your name. Would you drop your channel? Because I went to look for it to make sure I was subscribed to you. Go over and get your channel and drop it in there so I can subscribe to you. Because last night when I pulled it up, it was a white man with some dogs. It wasn't you, Jack Dogs. Okay? Fanny's in the house and she said, hey, Ms.V. And hello, a big hello to you too, Fan. I hope you enjoyed your weekend in San Antonio. Elaine made it early today. Miss Wanda Younger is in the house. And Miss Rucker to be is wishing me a happy Sunday, and I wish you had the same. It was a beautiful day here in Houston, but like I said, I stayed in because I had been exposed, and I thought about it, and I said, I'm not going around no folks and don't know if I have it, even with a mask on. So I just stayed in the whole weekend, and my niece went to her mother's house, so I've been here by myself the whole weekend. Miss Jackie Johnson is here with us. And Lisa is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Christine Seabrook is in the house tonight. Hanging out, made it. Oh, y'all, Miss Wanda Younger is here. Hey, Regala, how you doing? Tamara, did you tell me it was Tamara? I think you did. Miss Bird, yes, how you doing? Getting on down the Ducky Trail here. Lisa says, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Also, membership badges are available, super chat and super stickers. And I tried to make my membership badges affordable. So if you wanted to be a member over here, you could. There's a small, medium, and large range, okay? Malibu made it today. Happy Sunday to you, Malibu. Chocolate Girl is in the house. Cleaning my house and listening. All right, Chocolate Girl, I appreciate you. Shannon made it also. Hand pink waving. Okay, Shannon, thank you. Thanks to all of y'all. I'm seeing new names in here. So I thank you if you've subscribed to my page. And if you haven't, why not? Ain't nothing but fun over here, laughter. And we tell truths and facts over here. We don't go around lying on people. Jack's Dogs, hello, Ms.V. Uh-oh, you just jumped. You have enjoyed your Sunday, and then he's speaking to everybody else. Christina's in the house. Carla Miller made it. Hey, Carla. Ginger C made it also. Heather say, you right about that. I don't know why us as Black people cannot work together anyway. It's a slave mentality, Heather. It was taught to us when they brought us over here how to keep each other down. Because if they had brought us over here and we had stuck together, we would have been just like any other race. But that's what we were taught, and some people can't break that slave mentality. Who is this? Ginger C says she's agreeing with you. Okay, we're getting on down. We're getting on down. Cynthia Wimbula is in here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. T. Lo made it. Jack's Dogs is here. Seed, soil, and sunshine. Girl, where you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. You better come on back over here with the family. Getting on down here. Bad and Bougie made it today. And you know I love that name, Bad and Bougie. Okay. Jackie Johnson is saying, speak, Ms. V. Y'all think I'm gonna have to make this a part two, because I don't want to keep y'all on here all night. I know other content creators are wanting to come on, but I have more I can say. Okay, so I'll just come back with a part two, because Shane answered the first 3 books. I've had 3 books since I've been out here of questions for her. Shane answered one of them, and can't. Hey, Lucinda. Hi, Ursula. How you doing? Speak it, Miss V. I am. After Snot Squad is in the house, she's pissed off. She don't know where Treese at, because it's none of her business where she at. Treese living her life. Ross need to go get her a life. That's what she need to do. Get out of folks' homes and lives and their business and go find you and go take care of your grown children and try to teach them some manners, how to eat at a table, what to wipe their nose with, paper towel or Kleenex, not a dish rag, not on their clothes. Go potty train them grandchildren. You got a lot of stuff you could be doing. Yes, a lot of stuff. And stop lying about diapers in that box, girl. Hell, they must have peed on themselves all day and all night. Who the diapers was for? You never said, huh? Hey, Mr. Vetter, how you doing? Forever Tasha. Ain't it? You got that right. You got that right, Tasha. You know. Yeah, you know. And I always will commend you for getting away from that woman. Always. She addresses everything but her issues. Everything. She deflects on other people's lives not to address her issues. But we seeing them. They're being brought out now, thanks to Sharita. Yeah. DJ and everybody else who's telling her story. Let's see, where am I? Linda Mack, welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Thankful for life. I appreciate you. And Vaughn. Cynthia says, don't be on YouTube that much, but I love Ms. V. Don't say too much. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate you. But you are always welcome to come in this chat. You ain't seen nobody in here fighting. You just see people in here giving love, roses, hearts, all kind of stuff, Cynthia. So always feel free. And if I see it, I'll be the first one to speak up on it. This channel is all about loving each other over here. And Fanny is speaking to everybody that came into the chat. I appreciate that, Fanny. After Snot Squad says she told her people to find rented school and see if they sent letters out. That lady is crazy. Why is she bothering this little girl is my thing. And Treese, get up and do something about it, because I'm tired of it, okay? I'm really tired. Now, I know when I was first watching her and that Cardi B situation came up with Tasha K, I heard Treese say that Cardi B waited until Tasha K got something. So maybe that's what she's doing. But in the meantime, I'm tired of seeing this child being drugged by this old 50-year-old woman who ain't got no sense whatsoever. And she's not keeping up with Treese because she know the child is homeschooling. She's sick. Why are you writing to school? Why are you after this woman when this woman, this woman ain't whoop your ass yet. That she might. If you keep on, then she'll have all right. And I got a bond money, okay? Because you deserve it. Money Talk with Mika is in the house. Hey, Mika. How you doing? Exactly. She does that to deflect. You doggone right she does. Up and Stuck is back in the house tonight. Welcome back. Welcome back. What does she or anyone over there have to be jealous of? They're jealous of the ones over here that have something and they don't. That's it. You saw that woman try to talk about me in my house. And I was like, let me go find out. That's what made me go to find out that she didn't have a house. When she tried to talk about mine, I said, wait a minute, let me go see where you live and what you live in. Lo and behold, a rented house. And I wasn't ashamed. I ain't ashamed of nowhere I ever lived. I'm going to take y'all back to my humble beginnings. Ask her, can she take y'all back to Parkchester Village? Probably can't even go back there. Hey, BLD Family Matters, how you doing? Okay. Miss K is in the house tonight. Lucinda says she makes no valid comments because it has no basis. You got that right, Lucinda. You got that right, and I agree. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I don't know what the MHM means. I don't know acronyms, Patrick. Heather Dodo also bragged about being crazy like her dad. What do that tell you about her want to be a perfect kid? She's not. She's a product of her environment and her mother and father. That's it. That's all. So if she says her daddy is crazy, so she wants to be crazy like him, and we already know her mama crazy, then what? Patrick says, yup. Okay, I got it. And thank you for subscribing over here, Patrick. I appreciate you. Patrick says, tell him. Okay, Patrick, I'm on it. Also saying your mama. It's not only childish, but ignorant. Yes, it's ignorant. This woman is too old for what she's doing. Now, she been out here bashing old people. Now, all of a sudden, she had a birthday and she old. AARP committee ready. But she out here going after a 9-year-old. And that, to me, says, girl, you got some issues. So what if her fingernail was dirty? She's a child. You mean to tell me your children never had dirty fingernails? Girl, I got a dirty fingernail now from the dye that the lady put on my hair the other day. The dye is up under the nail, and the only way I'm going to be able, I done soaked it with bleach and everything else. I'm afraid I'm going to soak my nail off if I keep doing it. The only way I'm going to get it out from under there is go back up there to the nail shop and let her get it out from under there with her little files and stuff. Anybody can have stains under their nails. Don't mean they dirty. It could have been Kool-Aid under there for all you know. You wasn't there. Leave that baby alone, even if it was dirt. You ain't got no business saying nothing about no kid. That ain't yours. Okay? You don't want nobody to say nothing about your old grown ass children, but you want to come for a minor child. Girl, I can't with you. I cannot. Poho 69 says, in my opinion, they run all men away from them. What man even would want to come around except for the kind of men we done seen? We done seen what kind of men she had. You can get them kind of men a dime a dozen. Nobody want them kind of men that ain't got no regular job. What are the benefits of having that kind of man? Obviously, wasn't no benefit to her. She laid with them and they didn't stay with her. Hello? None of them. You 50 years old and ain't never had a husband, but you got 4 children. And you got the mitigating gall to bring your butt out here and try to talk about somebody else's man or somebody else's husband. Get you one first. Because none of them ain't claiming you. You claim the first one, Big Mac, You said he was yours for 30 years for us to find out you lied about that too. What don't you lie about? Heather says, I'm loving this breakdown, Ms. V. Straight facts. Thank you, Heather. Evelyn, good evening. How you doing, Evelyn? Linda Mack says, school her because it's obvious that she dropped her books and lost her lessons. She might have not been going to school for all we know. We don't even know if this woman got a high school degree. We assume that. We ain't never seen it. We can tell by her spelling and how she reads, though. And the lack of some math skills. You know, if you can't tell that $30 for the amount of people you had in that circle was over $60,000, your math skills ain't good either. But we didn't see nothing come up over there until the rifle. You knew it was coming. You were spending that money all the time. That's why you only gave back that small amount you did. And you act like it was your money. Girl, that wasn't your money. You ain't put none of your money in there. Hey, T-Lo, how you doing? Jack's Dogs, everyone have a great Sunday. Thank you, Jax. I hope you put your channel in there. The sad part about it, these piglets, they are loving this attention. It's making them feel famous, so pathetic. I wouldn't want to feel famous, being drugged up and down the street as a poor mother, an imperfect person. My children are out there showing the world how I raised them. I'm snotting on my clothes, on dish rags and everything else. I'm lying about everything I say, and people are bringing out receipts. I wouldn't want that attention. Not at all. Hey, Miss Clean Up the Mess, how you doing? And welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Poho says, the spirit of rejection is something else. She's ready to go straight to hell. She really is living in a hell right now. If you think her life is all what she says it is, amazing and beautiful, that's another lie, and the truth ain't in her. Your life cannot be amazing and beautiful. First of all, if you're sick, it's not beautiful and amazing. I don't know no sick person would sit up there and say, oh, my life is so amazing and so beautiful. I haven't met one yet. I haven't met anybody in a rented home at 50 years old that's happy being there. Maybe that's the best they can do. But they don't get out there bragging about it and lying about it. But she did. Thank you, Linda Mack, for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate it. May it be returned to you tenfold. Let's see. Lisa's already thank you. I appreciate that, Lisa. Rita Maxwell, how you doing? And welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. JL Peach, welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. JL saying amen. And you're welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Thanks all of y'all for coming over. You're welcome, Fanny. And Lisa says Linda Mack. Let me get on down here. Seed, Soil, and Sunshine says facts, weak. Burnett Perkins, hello, Ms. V, and everyone in the chat. How you doing, Miss Burnett? Did you find out if Gator had a new page over there talking about he the clout? I saw your little community. I guess that was your community wall. I'm not sure, but I saw it over there this morning. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Getting on down. She was so excited about Five Below in Nevada. Maybe they don't have them in Cali. I don't know. Five Below is right up the street from me, and Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, all them little cheap stores that she go in. You know, I go in there and get my cleaning supplies and all kind of paper plates, all that kind of stuff at them places all the time. That ain't nothing new. I'm not going to the grocery store and get them in the grocery store as high as a grocery store is. I want my basket to be full of groceries. If I come out of there with $300 worth of groceries, I want it to be food I can eat. I don't want to clean no toilet with it, okay? I can get that up there. And clean just as well. Clean is clean. Hey, Marissa, how you doing? Fanny is telling y'all to like, share, and subscribe. To email me, it's vetbmom@gmail.com. Membership badges are available. Please support Miss V. Hit the like button, and thank you. And I thank you, Fanny. Thank you, Heather, for the $4.99. I don't know if y'all over here realize that I don't keep the money. when YouTube pays me, I haven't gotten the first check yet from them for the super chats or the super stickers. But when it does come for the month of March, we're giving it back to our subscribers over here. Okay, that's what we decided to do for this first month. Now, if they change their mind for next month, that's on them. I let them make up their mind what they want to do with it. No, she's not smarter than a fifth grader, Miss Burnett. Not at all. If you put her up there with a fifth grader, some of these fifth graders I know, they're speaking Spanish already, like my grandkids. My grandson has been taking Spanish since the third grade, I believe, and speaks it fluently and does. Yeah, Lat Williams, that's what she said. L-A-T, that's what it was, Miss Burnett, instead of Cat Williams. I bust out laughing. She wrote that in, she's the moderator, so she wrote that in that girl's channel. I said, Lord have mercy. Poor little thing. I guess she doing the best she can with what she got, but that ain't good enough for me. You substandard to me, Roz. Mark St. Patrick, welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I appreciate you coming in. Hey, Linda Mack, how you doing? Maisha. Kathy Woodson, hello, hello. Sheepdog likes Cobra Cat. Hello, and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. A lot of new people in here. Hey, Odie, my home girl, how you doing this Sunday evening? At least she making something other than spaghetti, thank God. Yes, Lord. Because, baby, that's how she started her YouTube channel, Mark. But that didn't work out too well. She had to go over there and start eating on the rest of us. Because that's what she been doing. Linda Mack says she concurs with me. Tammy, Miss V, you're a force to be reckoned with. I hope she listens to you. Oh, no, she would never take my advice. That old woman over there, she don't know what she talking about. I ain't listening to her. So I just been walking around going, da, for 69 years. I ain't never been out of my community, but I've been overseas many times. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Tilo Burnett, yes, she did. She was referring to someone as an animal. Oh my God. She done really lost the job. They really need to take them people into therapy and get them some help. As Brittany Allen would say, lay me down, lay me down. That's right. If she didn't have all the cleaning supplies, everything have growing bacteria. You got that right. And she better be careful on that dialysis too, and not clean her body, because she gonna have an infection if she don't. And it's mighty strange that here lately she stays behind the wall. She only comes out every now and then. Y'all know that's not typical for her. That's very atypical. She says Pacific instead of specific. She's so delayed. Yes, Mark. Very, very. That's a good word. She's delayed. Yes. Angel, she could do content on kidney health, would be more relevant, and she would get more sympathy and more super chats from people, because them people over there who claim they love her might give her more money. But I'm afraid that the ones that she's got now don't have what the other ones used to have that are gone. She had it going on until December with them super chats. I ain't lying to you. I've seen $300-400 come in a night over there. Don't see that no more. All you get is get a Roz, talk about a Roz. We going in the sister circle and we gonna put your picture up and we gonna talk about you. That's how we gonna motivate each other, is to talk about you. That truck got 500,000 miles. That truck won't make it to the end of the driveway. Oh, really, Mark? I just seen the old truck sitting out there in her driveway. Hey, Ocean Riders, peace and blessings to you also. Peace and blessings to all of you, says Ocean. She always finding fault in others. She needs to examine herself. Yes, she does. She talked about Rita some 2020, but her son was driving a 93 Make It Make Sense. She talk about everybody. She always putting people down. And she can't, because she can't deal with it. Rita just showed us Bryson's new car the other day. And it's better than the one she driving. But they got the nerves to try to bring him down and talk about him. But you know, we're better people than she is because they wrote Baylor about Bryson. But ain't nobody never bothered to write the school where Data is going. And she said it in her channel what the name of the school was. People could write there and say, look, she's 26 years old. She's corrupting these kids that's just coming from home to college. And, you know, she smokes marijuana. She's a drinker. You could go, she cusses. She has a YouTube channel. Just go listen to her YouTube channel. This is who's representing your school. Turn the tables. Uh-huh. Don't nobody care enough about her. We want her to get in school and learn something because she ain't learned much in high school. I believe she got a hold of CPS like Chad. Don't know, Ocean. Well, it'll come out. Hey, Jackie Brown, how you doing? She listens. She need to listen, but she won't take heed. All she'll do is go over there and try to come back with some ineligible, dumb shit. That's what she'll do. Hey, Ashante for me, how you doing? Yes, Renna is very intelligent. That little girl is very smart. And she wants to be a doctor, and it's no doubt in my mind. Renna ain't gonna be nothing. Wait till she get about 13. How you gonna predict? You ain't God. Because yours ain't nothing. You want hers to be nothing. Oh, I see. I get it now. Okay. Well, you keep hoping and you keep praying and watch God. Watch him. Watch him. Angel says her son had a bunch of kids. What did she teach him? How not to use condoms, how not to tell a girl to protect herself. 5 kids by 5 different women, ain't it? Huh? Huh. I'm so happy my daughter has 2 kids by 1 man. Ooh, Lord. And that's why I only had 1. I didn't want all them different baby daddies. Nope. The second one wanted children, and I just flat out told him, no, you have a son, I have a daughter, so we have 2 children, okay? By the time I got to the 3rd one, we was too old to even make babies, so it all worked out just like it was supposed to. Hey, Jackie Brown says to all in the chat. Some of them people in her chat is getting sick, losing family members. God isn't pleased with the Raw Squad. No, he's not. He's not pleased with nothing about what's going on over there. And what is she doing for the people in the chat? Is she sending any flowers? I recall sending flowers to her and didn't even know her. For her son, my husband died. I ain't heard from her. No condolences, nothing. And at the end, I ain't know your husband died. You a lie. I said it many times out here on YouTube. But you talked about it. That's why you can't come over here and say nothing. She puts in your ear what she wants you to believe. Them short bus riders fall for it. They just like her. They obviously have to be the same mentality as she is for them to sit up there and they her worst enemies. And I've said that more than once because I wouldn't put nothing on nobody's page for them to read and then turn around like I'm reading y'all's comments now. And if I didn't agree with it, I would tell you, no, I don't see it like that. I wouldn't chop you down or whatever, but I let you speak your piece and I'm saying mine and we moving on. Poho says, oh my God, I couldn't believe she said he's a hero. Yes, she said he was a hero. More times than one. My son is a hero. Yeah. We have dead heroes too. Yeah, we do. He didn't save anybody. He clearly took somebody's life and got his own life taken. That's what he did, but he's a hero. Like I say, why would you go to somebody's house with that type of weapon? Anyway, if you just going to pick up your brother, no, you went looking for trouble and you got it. He should have not even got out the car. He should have called him and told him he was waiting outside. You right, Mark. Either that or he should have not got out of his bed and he should have went over there and called the police. Or his mama should have called the police and said, my son is over there. He's causing some problem. He's drunk. Would you please bring him home? Yeah. Or just lock him up for the night and let him wear off. One or the other. then maybe that would have changed his life if they had locked him up for a little while. 50th birthday isn't a milestone. Why wasn't any friends in her age bracket present? But she claims friends always coming over. We ain't seen them. Like I said, I've only been out here 2 months. Y'all have met my friends in my chat. Y'all have seen a lot of them as I go about my day. What a fantastic voyage we're on tonight. Thank you, Linda Mack. I love it. Poho says exactly, Mark. St. Patrick, she knows people are not going to play with her in real life. She ain't gonna play with people in real life either, because she can't. Let me tell you, when you on dollars, it's you weak as water. You better ask some of these people out here that know. You ain't got all that kind of energy. They drain your body and fill your body back again, or they cleanse your blood, whichever type of dialysis you taking. You going into the center, they cleansing your blood. If you're at home, it's cleansing your kidneys out, your bladder and stuff. Going on with that. Sharita on vacation and everyone living comfortable, not stacked on top of each other. 7 bedrooms, I think she said, Mark. But it's gonna be something wrong with it. She gonna find something wrong. But they had 7 people up in a room, didn't they? Big difference, ain't it? Hello. Hey, Latina. Candy Girl is in the house. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. In his service made it. Miss Burnett Perkins says, yes, ma'am. It's called clout. He's doing reactions on everyone. That's a reaction on him. Oh, he on Facebook doing reactions? He won't be that long. Next page. Because you know he gets too down and dirty and he doesn't know what to say. He's very disrespectful and rude. So that page won't never get off the ground, probably. So did they take his 20,000 page? Because if it is, he hurting. And are they still in the where they? I don't even care. She knows nothing about college SAT, ACT tests. Rita's kids are real good. Rita's son, Bryson, had to have a 3.7 grade point average to get into Baylor. Angel, yes, ma'am. That's what they require. Okay. Hey, Carlita, what's up, niece? Sting of the Black is in the house tonight. Mark says she ain't half the mother Sharita is and will never be. They are going so hard trying to get money for state and federal taxes. Somebody better get another job other than YouTube. Now that's all I'm gonna say is 4 of them up in there. And you mean to tell me 4 people working can't come up with the taxes? Huh? And it's the lawyer daughter. It's on her. The page is in her name, from what I understand. She better be coming up with it. She better get us some cases, because this YouTube ain't gonna be enough money. They going so hard. Okay, I read you, Cheryl. You right. Not the peacocks. Yeah, the peacocks. Ain't nobody want no darn peacocks up on their walls since the 80s. I didn't want them on the 80s then. No, ma'am. No. Mark says the question is, who's retaining her? Cause she sure has a lot of spare time. That's what I said, Mark. I would love to know. Thank you, Lil Po Rich BLLC, for the $10 super chat. Hey, Miss V in chat, driving my race car, had a blowout in front of your door. Dropped in to say hello. Okay, thank you, Lil Po Rich. I appreciate you. Supposedly, and that makes you feel good. When other content creators come to your page, even if they don't drop a super chat or super sticker, just the idea that they came over to support your channel makes you feel good. How many times do you see anybody in there? I don't even see Allergic in there anymore. I don't see Nikki in there anymore. Where Miss D? Where that? And Allergic said she was a raw squatter for life. Agree, Miss V, not YouTube worthy. They're trashy. Yes, ma'am. And they've shown us how trashy they can really be. And I hope it doesn't get any worse than what it is, because I don't think we can take too much more of them. But I tell you what, if she go back over there messing with Miss Carver's daughter, it's over. Miss Carver gonna drag her like she ain't never been drugged before. Thank you, Lil Po. Okay. Lisa's thanking you, Miss V, the lawyer daughter. said that has a case tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Well, we need to see, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Okay? It's like your mama said, I don't believe you. And they bullying her classmates and thinks it's cute. That's why I'm saying somebody need to write a letter to her school. Thank you, Tay Baby. I appreciate it. May everything be returned to all of you who are being given. Hope you get it back tenfold. I just woke to the day, y'all. Been ill. Oh, I'm sorry. Immune low. Get your rest in the service. Take your medicines and try to feel better, babe. Right. And she was clearly at home with her mother, not even working. Yeah, Poho. Miss Clean Up the Mess says the $1 million question is no working. That's what we all want to know. Miss Burnett says she claims she got a case in the morning, but we know how they tell lies. So, like I say, unless she take us up there to the courtroom and we see her in there, I don't believe you. The lawyer daughter says she has a case. Oh, okay, all right. Well, okay, we can say anything. I can come out here and lie, and I could have come out here and told y'all I was a doctor until y'all saw I didn't know the first thing about medicine. Poho 69 is giving you hugs in his service. Angel says exactly. Stop all that bragging. Yeah, who brags like that? She don't read the Bible, because the Bible does not tell you to brag and boast. It tells you to be humble. I don't give a damn what God has given you. You're supposed to be humble with it. I admire Treese for making $1 million, but not changing and staying humble. She's the same person she was when she was out there panhandling on the street. She has not changed. Money has not changed her. This little YouTube money done changed them people to make them think that they the richest people in the world, the most beautiful person in the world, got the prettiest house, the baddest car. And where that BMW you got, lawyer daughter? I ain't seen it in a minute. I only seen Teresa's BMW. I need to see it too. Good question about the shooting. You are right. The dead cannot speak. No, they can't speak. I can't see him getting out of there no other way but doing that. Prince, you a new member? Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. Daughter has not argued cases. New lawyers are assigned to learn trial. Yeah, they don't put nobody in there that quick. I think it was over a year before my nephew, the one that's been a lawyer for 14 years, before he ever tried a case. He went in a courtroom with a lawyer that was seasoned, and he learned from him, and that man mentored him on what he needed to know and what he needed to say and how he needed to conduct himself in a courtroom. Because you got a judge up there that will conduct you if you don't know how to conduct yourself. And you got an opposing attorney will let you know what you don't know. Okay? A real lawyer wouldn't be even on YouTube. My nephews are not. Miss Carver got a nephew that's a lawyer. I don't see him on here either. They don't have time. For one thing, they busy making money. MLW Fishing Man, welcome to Chatting, Ms.V. I appreciate you coming in. Get in the chat, babe. She doesn't even sound confident on YouTube, so I know for sure she isn't winning cases in a courtroom. It's her voice. She doesn't have enough assertiveness to her voice even. I remember my nephew telling the other nephew, because I have two nephews that are attorneys, you've got to be more assertive in your tone. You got to sound like an attorney trying to prosecute somebody. You can't come in there with that little weak voice and you prosecuting people off the street. She doesn't even sound confident. Okay, I read that one. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I've been trying to catch all of y'all. YouTube Entertainment, this is plain truth, okay? I think that was in his service. I think she's a lawyer's assistant. I don't know what she is, but I know she's lying about being up there with them cases, and I've asked her to show me the litigation that she's done, but we ain't seen it. How many cases has she won and solved? I'm asking for a friend. I asked for myself, Tammy, and I ain't got the answer. Carlita, you are just giving your auntie all the money today. Thank you, Love Bug. $19.95 for my niece Carlita. We appreciate it. Hopefully you'll win a lunch. Okay? We're giving $20 lunches away when the money comes in. So hopefully you'll get it right back. Thank you, niece. Jaslyn, my dad wants to go to California. Okay, that's Jazz. And welcome to Chatting to Ms.V. Okay. Prince was helping you with it. Okay. Where Tree's Facebook page is at. Diamond Water, she is under a page called Holy Fan page or something like that. HOLY fan page. That's where I saw her. They're thanking you for the super chats, Carlita. Diamond, not sure. They say it's gone. Okay, I don't know. Dirty blinds and all. Yes, Mark, she's filthy. She's a filthy woman. Anybody sit up and blow their nose on a dish towel, a rag, that wasn't even a towel. A dish rag is nasty. And she asked for it. She didn't ask for Kleenex paper towel. She said, Day, bring me a dish rag. Day went in the kitchen and got, and that wasn't her first time. She did that twice. One time she went in the kitchen, she said, let me go get me a dish rag. I need to blow my nose. And she got it herself and came back out there and sit and blew her nose in front of everybody. Just nasty. My son is a master level engineer and his girlfriend is a lawyer, 28 years old, and they would never brag and carry on arrogantly. Nobody would, Angel. I mean, we got sense enough to know that nothing is forever. Things could change tomorrow. We are happy and we're proud of them, but we ain't finna get out here bragging on them. Most of the people in my family, Shantae is on here, she can tell you they're either in the legal field or the medical field. And we got what, 2 bankers and a beautician, and everybody else is either in the legal field or the medical field. Because Shantae was in the banking field. My niece that's on here now, she worked for Chase. Her rent may be $3,000, but she only paying a portion of it. You got that right. Ain't no way she paying it. She not making that much. Even if she claimed she was making $10,000 on YouTube, $3,000 of it is going for rent right off the bat. So you gonna tell me you got $7,000 left? You still got to pay the lights, water, gas, direct TV, insurance, baby. You lying and the truth ain't in you. Okay. LA deactivated her account. She will be back. Okay, Prince. Thank you. Let's ring the doorbell, everyone. We're getting some real content tonight. Thank you, Tammy. No real names in the chat. Nicknames only, says Prince. Mark says trailer or home is paid for, and she can't put out she owns anything. Right, Mark. Are you going to talk about somebody and you ain't got what they got? That trailer over there is sitting on her property. She says she got an acre with the trailer sitting on it. I believe it because I see her in it. Okay. I believe you living in a red house because I looked it up and that's what they had. They had Mr. One, they had Mac Myron on there. I don't know which one. And they had another name and they had yours, Ross. That's what let me know that wasn't your house. All them names on one house. And I never showed a receipt. She knew I had her. She came out on her own and said it. I just said she didn't have it, but I never showed y'all a receipt. I just looked it up and said it because I knew I had a receipt if I had to prove it. Don't believe that daughter brought her anything. I don't think so either. The oldest daughter really don't care for her. The baby girl and her are just alike. They get along pretty good. They messy like each other. They gone for now? Okay. You are correct. It's a modular. I am sure as a banker service specialist for JP Morgan Chase over 10 years before disability retirement. Yes, Shantae, you know. You know. It's not sanitary not to have hot running water. No, ma'am, it's not. Miss Clean up the mess. Angel says she wants her daughter to buy her a home. Yeah, she said that in a video when she was over there talking about my house. Why she ain't did this and why she don't have that? And my pool costs more than the house she dream of. In that house, yeah. And that ain't the first pool I've had. I've had two. I had Olympic sized pool at the house I lived in Dickinson. Show me one, Ross. Why be ashamed to say you are on dialysis? Because she wants you to think that she's bad. A dialysis person ain't gonna be able to kick ass. But she go for gangster. She go for bad. So that's why she don't tell you. That's my opinion. She doesn't seem like a clean person. She don't. How can you be clean when you blowing your nose on a dish rag? You and that girl blowing her nose on her clothes, and you ain't got no hot water. You cannot be clean. You're not getting your body or your house sterilized. No, ma'am. Why Dodo 26 and can't keep up with her ID? Why her mama got to give her $30 and why her mama got to issue her out money when she, I'm sure, got two checks coming in, a YouTube check as well as a blind check, huh? And Roz, I'm gonna tell you, you could go up there and get you another check, two more checks coming in. You could get you a check for you and Day Day if y'all go lay down on that table and let that man go and declare y'all crazy like y'all are. You could have two more checks coming in. I'm just trying to help you. Miss Burnett, microwavable ponytail. Oh, yes, baby. She got that 1980 thing hanging back there and she loves it. All edges was gone and everything. And she still put it up there. Didn't try to drag no hair over it. Part it down the middle and drag you some hair over it, okay? And she's still wearing that purple bra. Now, I hope this woman is washing this bra. I really do. But she probably don't wear one in the day, Burnett, because she ain't going nowhere. She probably don't put it on until she got it. She probably ain't got but one. Them boobs is big. Them bras cost a lot of money when your boobs is big like that. Them braids are way too long. She's going to be burning up. I don't know what. Well, I shouldn't say that. People give you what you ask for. She went in there and asked for them braids down to her mid calf, and they gave her what she want, and they charged the hell out of her too. She should have had them braids mid back. That is so unbecoming on her as an older woman. Ooh, I get to call you old now, Roz. Mark says, Cantaloupe always claiming somebody trying to holler at her. Ain't nobody trying to holler at her to ask her what you doing out here. Later, are you lost? Did you come from the insane asylum? That's what they're trying to holler. She not hearing what they saying. They looking, trying to talk to her, tell her that. Hey, Leslie, and she can buy fake microbraid wigs online instead of losing your edges and sitting 15 hours. Tell her, Leslie. She don't know. Microbraids take all your edges out. Yes, they do. And they too heavy. Them braids she got is they too long. That's weight on her. Little thin hair. Mark says, and make a trip to the dentist. You ain't never lied. Adrian, how you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Ooh. Let's see. You need her from the top of her head to under her feet. Baby. Oh, you read her. I'm sorry. Thank you, Shantae. You know I can. I don't do all that cussing and fussing, but you, of all people, know I can speak up for myself and give you a classy read. She has raised menaces to society. There is no good ending with that. No, ma'am, Poho. And I see Day Day getting in some trouble because she doesn't have any boundaries whatsoever. She's loose out here. And somebody is going to put her in her place. Talking about she want to fight. Girl, all I got to do is knock them glasses off. I done told you once. The second time I done told you. Can't fight. You can't see you. How you going to fight? Better stop straining her eyes trying to read them comments before she goes blind. You might as well say blind for real, blind. Because I promise her, she got to be legally blind, being up on that, with those thick glasses on and being up on the phone like she is. That tells me she's got to be legally blind. Aspens is a place to go. Okay, Burnett, Aspens, Colorado. Bad and Bougie says, damn, right from the top of her head to the sole of her feet, like in church. Yes, ma'am. You laughing, Adrian? Tammy says, I wish I would get some micro braids when I can order me a micro braided wig. She don't know no better. Help her, Tammy. Facts, they come in wigs. Now, yes. And they be beautiful. I've seen them at the beauty supply store. The braided wigs. And the lace front also. They have them braided. Burnett Perkins said, come to the light, Caroline. 2 kidnappings. What the hell? Angel, I don't believe it. I don't believe nothing she say. You sure have not dealt with trash because it will get all over you. Yes, ma'am, Nisi Pooh. Let me pin you. Adrian, you something else. She's a keeping the braids in for 6 months. 6 months. That hair gonna be rotting up under there. Trust me. I was a beautician 17 years. That hair is gonna dry rot if she keep it up there 6 months. Okay. Keep it up there, Roz. We'll see you, bald head. You talked about Miss Carver's hair and everybody else out here. You talked about the hair. So keep them braids in 6 months and let us see when you take them out, don't that all your hair come out with them. I know she will have headaches with those braids. She need a headache. Maybe it'll teach her some sense. You would only get a ponytail and a pot of spaghetti. Not me, seeds, swords, and sunshine. I don't want nothing from her. Not a thing. Like I say, she invited me 3 times. I turned her down 3 times. You not my cup of tea. She should have taught her own children correctly. How dare she try to tell another grown woman how to live her life? She has. We've all seen it. And we've seen her life too. She's not the one to be out here teaching. I said one time before, show me your teaching certificate before you come out here trying to give lessons. I ain't seen it yet. So she's going to wear them braids all summer long, a hot mess. We won't see it. You know, she hides behind the screen now. Hey, Pierre Back Live. How you doing? Pierre has a channel, y'all. Pierre Back Live TV. Y'all go over and check him out. And thank you for coming, Pierre. Read it, Ms.V. Yes, Sean. Sometimes you just got to stop for a moment and you got to talk to your people and you got to bring out all this stuff so you can see if your people see what you see. Are you the only one out here thinking the way you think? Because a lot of times I'm thinking, but I'm not talking about it. I'm not saying anything about it. But when I go into deep thinking like I have been this weekend, all of this stuff came out. This is so crazy in truth for YouTube. Yes. Blowing her nose, eyes with that rag, a whole mess. Yes, up in the stuck. Sweet Tea is in the house. I hadn't seen her. Sweet Tea, welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I changed my mind. Your skull drug her, ain't V. You skull drug her. I get it, Shantae. I was reading it wrong. Yes. She can't even handle my community wall. No, Shantae. See, Shantae, you've been over there. You know her. And she know you know her. So she cannot handle you. She cannot handle Forever Tasha. Sharita, she can't handle nobody that's ever been over there because y'all walked away from her and left her. Now y'all out here telling the story. No, ma'am, she'll never be able to handle you. Never. Let's see. Where am I? You're on a roll. Where did I see that? Skill drug. Yep, it's me. It's in the house. Let's see. I saw something, but I lost it. Sting says I own one, but I don't take it everywhere I go. I'm not sure what you own. I missed it. Maybe that was when Poho came in and gave me that. You were talking about that. Angel says we having our own rolling loud concert tonight over here. Yes, ma'am. Most of the time I try to keep it to an hour. I don't have to tonight. Sharita ain't coming on. Who normally would keep y'all on, an hour and a half to 2 hours, not me. So I'm gonna take her time tonight, okay? She's scared of DJ, you doggone right. And she even more scared of Renee Reacts and see. You ain't never heard her say nothing about them. She totally ignores them like she don't even know they over there talking about her. Ms.V, love the truth. Speak God. don't like ugly. Evil is his wrath. Amen. Yes, thank you, in his service. One of the queens of comedy, my dad's older sister, A.V., Sandy's sister. Shante, that's what they telling me out here. They didn't know me when I first came out here. They didn't have no clue who I really was. So the comical side of me, they had never seen it until they actually came over here on my page. I'll get serious, but then I'm not gonna be serious long. Like after the night, oh no, we done with that after the night. We done. And I'm gonna get on down the road because we done passed 2 hours now, I think, and I want to let my moderators go. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming over here. We'll do a part 2 and we'll finish it up. DJ be telling all her dark secrets. She don't even react. No, because she know it's true. So I'm gonna stop here. We've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm just trying to make sure I spoke to everybody. Here's another super chat. Carlita, girl, this girl sending me all her money. $9.99 from my niece Carlita. I appreciate you. We will be doing the drawing. Make sure you in here the day we do the drawing, Carlita. Annette, hello, love. Hi to you, Annette. I miss you. I didn't see your name, baby. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I think I got Miss Susie made it in. Thank you, Miss Susie. The better I hate this, I stay cool. Okay, y'all are talking about something else. Okay. I think I have recognized everybody who was in the house tonight. We will come back with a part 2 in the morning. Y'all have a great night. I love each and every one of my supporters and everybody who came into my chat tonight. All of my new subscribers, thank you for chatting with Ms.V. I appreciate all the donations that were received on Chatting Ms.V. tonight. So we should have plenty of lunches to give out. Okay. Thank you very much for the likes, shares, and I will go back and try to read y'all's comments and then comment on it in the morning. I'll see y'all at 10 o'clock in the morning. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks again. Be blessed. Ms.V, I'm out.